everyone! This week we're creating a mini Gable box that looks like a gingerbread house. The first thing you'll need to do is go to the link in the description where you can get these free patterns, print them, and then cut them out. Once you cut them out, they should look like this. Next, you'll need some sort of score tool. I'm using a Cricut scoring stylus, but you can even use an old pen that doesn't work. And then just take a ruler so you can get a straight line and score each of these fold lines. Repeat this on both pieces, then fold on those score lines. Next, take an exacto knife and we'll be cutting out the windows and some of these other pieces and the door. So I'm going to start with the door. I'm just cutting across the top and the right side and the bottom, and then we'll just need to score on that left side and then fold it back. Then for the rest of these, you'll just need to cut them out. So once you're finished with that, it should look like this. And make sure that you fold on these top lines also. For this project, I'm using this craft paper cardstock that I got from Michael's, and I'll just be tracing these patterns onto it. Just lining it up with the edge and then tracing around it with a pencil. And again, you can print this pattern directly onto the paper if it will fit in your printer, so keep that in mind. If it's a possibility, that will save you some time. And make sure as you're tracing to trace also the inside of the windows and those other holes. So once you've traced it, it should look like this. And I traced the other piece as well, and then I cut those out. So now we're going to cut out the holes in windows with the exacto knife. So just go ahead and carefully do that. Cut around the top right side and bottom of the door. And then just fold it back. So once I cut out all of those, they look like this. Then just go around and fold on all of those score lines. And now it's ready to assemble. So these sides are just going to go together right here with this tab. So I'm going to start here, putting some hot glue on the tab, lining it up with the edge and pressing it in place. Then I'll do this tab next, lining it up. And then this tab. And you can try using other adhesives. I just prefer using hot glue for this kind of stuff. And then add glue on those two tabs and press it in place. So that's how you build a box. And yours might be the mirror image of mine. I put the side that I drew with pencil on the inside, but if you put it on the outside, it will be the mirror image. Just fold that front door back. So it looks like this, and then fold these back, or forwards, I guess. And this will make it so it's easy to close the box. So to close it, you'll just line up those notches on one side and then slip the side over that piece. And then on the other side, line them up and slip it over that piece. So that's how you put it together. So now we're going to do some decorating. This is super easy. I'm just using a white gel pen for all of the decorations. It's a Jelly Roll pen that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to start by drawing this half circle pattern on the roof. And I do want to mention that it's much easier to decorate the house before it's been assembled, but for the purposes of the video, it's already put together. But I just wanted to let you know that it's easier to do it first. So I'm going to draw a second row of these half circles, offsetting it with the first. And just continue this pattern on down, just offsetting each row with the row above it. So once I finished the front, I moved on to the side, and I just picked one of the rows and lined it up with that and just kept drawing this pattern. So repeat this on the rest of the roof. So it looks like this. Next, I'm adding shutters to all the windows, so I just drew this shape on each side of the window and then added dots down the center. Then I just went around and thickened up all of those outer lines. So it looked like this. Next, I added some tiny dots above the window and on both sides of the door. Then on the top of the door, I drew a heart and then a swirl on each side of that. Next, I added the dots along the two sides of the house. And along the bottom as well. Next, I added a wreath to the door by drawing out a circle and then drawing half circle shapes on each side of that line. Then I added a dot for the doorknob. Added some dots above the door. Then I thickened up these lines on the roof, and I'll do that on the other sides as well. Once you're done with the designs, we can add some glitter. So I'm just taking some Elmer's white school glue and some extra fine white glitter from Michael's, and I'm putting a line of glue along here. Then I'm just going to take a toothpick and I'm going to spread it out and even it out. And then I'm just going to drag the toothpick down to create these icicle shapes. So once I've done that, it looks like this. And next I'm just going to take a scrap piece of paper and fold it in half. This is just to collect the glitter. So I'm going to put the house on top of that and then sprinkle the glitter on the glue. And then tap to remove the excess. So it looks like this, and then I'm just going to repeat that underneath the window also. So just repeated that there. So it looks like this. And then I just decided to add some glue up here at the top on the center section. Just used a toothpick to spread that out and then added the glitter. So the house looks like this. Then you can just dump that glitter back into the container. Finally, I decided it needed one more set of dots on each side. And that is the finished gingerbread gable box. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like to see future videos from my channel, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great holiday season.